What's up YouTube? My name is Andrew. Welcome to the channel where something's always broken and we're constantly fixing stuff. Today we're going to be dealing with a common issue with the B7 Audi A4. The glove box hinges are broken. I bought the car that way. It's a super common issue and we're going to address it today. Check engine light is on in the Audi for an oxygen sensor that I broke the other day when I was installing the ECS exhaust on this car. But we're gonna get it inside the shop. It's far enough to where we can open the door still and work on the glove box. Should be good right about there. Kill it. What ends up happening with these glove box lids is there's a piston that makes it similar to what a convenience closing option would be, where when you open it, it opens slowly and then it closes nice and slow with some resistance, the same way your hood would work. The piston itself tends to seize, and what happens is when somebody goes to open the glove box, it doesn't open easily, they pull down and they break this hinge here. So I'm going to show you exactly what I'm talking about. So I got the glove box open. Here's the hinge. Let me make it a little brighter for you. There's the hinge that is broken, and the piston is connected to that hinge. So what we're going to do today in this video is show you relatively how simple it is to get the glove box out. I will put a list of tools that you need to do this job in the description below. So let's get the project started. I ended up buying a replacement glove box door. This was off of Amazon. It was about, I think it was $70 I paid for it. It comes with a latch that does not have the lock assembly, but you can remove the original one from this door and install it in the replacement. Now, they also sell brackets that you can drill holes, glue the original hinge back onto the glove box, and drill the holes, put the brackets in, and use the original glove box door. Now, I will make a video later on in the series addressing that and showing how it's done, but the idea is to get this daily on the road for next week. What you're gonna need is you're gonna need an 8mm socket. I counted 7 bolts that have to be removed and 1 electrical connector on the back. For the sake of the video, I am going to be using an electric ratchet just for speed. It might get a little loud, so I do apologize. We already took the 2 back bolts out here. There's another one recessed here and 1 more here. So, 1 there. The glove box and come out. Take this side panel off. And then, let's see, what else is holding this in? We have 1 more? We have 1 more. 1 more. Okay. Now that the glove box is loose, when you remove it, take it down, you are going to have an electrical connector for the light here in the back. What I like to do is rest this down just like that. It should be okay. And squeeze the 2 tabs up top to remove the electrical connector. This car does have a sound system in it, so we're going to pull this extra USB cable out, like so, and we're going to remove the glove box. We currently have the glove box removed from the Audi. There was a total of 9 screws that had to be removed, all 8mm, and then the 1 electrical connector right here just had to be disconnected and we're ready to go. So the main reason why these glove boxes break is what happens is this piston right here is connected to the hinge. This piston itself tends to seize. Once that seizes and you go to open the glove box, it cracks this plastic hinge. So in order to remove this glove box cover from the actual glove box assembly, there are 2 pins here that are on the hinges. You can kind of see there's a little detent in there. These pins are very tight. You're going to need to use some elbow grease and obviously some care when trying to get them out. Get yourself, go through your toolbox, find a pair of Dykes that you don't really care too much about. These are a little bit of a less quality pair. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the Dykes in the actual detent on the pin right here, and then just lightly tap them with a hammer. Should be able to free up the pins real quick. Probably not. Just do some light taps and they should come free. Save the pins because obviously you're going to need them to put the new door on. Now that we have the glove box lid removed from the assembly, what we have to do is we have to get this old broken hinge out, and this here is the piston that's actually seized. That is the reason why when you went to open the glove box, he broke the hinge over here. Right here on the hinge pin is that there is a tab that you can actually grab with a pair of needle nose. So we're gonna put pliers right here on the tab, kind of brace the actual piston with your other hand, that way you're not pulling everything and possibly running the risk of breaking it. And then pull towards you as you twist, and this actual pin for that comes right out. We're gonna take the old hinge out, a broken one. In order to remove that electrical connector, any sort of flathead screwdriver should do the trick. I'm going to hold it with my middle finger here so this isn't constantly rotating. There's two tabs, one on the inside and the outside. Put slight pressure on the wire as you pull down and release the tabs from the connector. Just like that. So you can see here on the connector, there's two tabs. Just pry them back a little bit, pull down on the wire while you're prying. Be very gentle, obviously it's plastic. All you have to do to remove this is just turn it, find the detent, and pull it out. I'm just gonna put my pair of pliers here on one tab and show you how hard it is to pull this thing. Like that. I'm just gonna drill a hole in the back here with a 7/64 drill bit. The hole looks like this. 7/64 seem to be the right size, and then I'm gonna take some of this WD-40 silicone spray, put it in there, like so, and spray some inside. There we go. It's in there. Let's kind of move this piston, work it back and forth, see if we can kind of get it to slide way better. And look at that. As you can see, I can now move this by hand. I'm going to keep working this. Let's not leave anything foul in the comments about this. But look at that. That's way better. Now that it actually moves, we can get this back on the glove box. We're going to put the piston back onto the actual glove box first. If you try to put the cable on, the cable is not long enough once the piston is back in. So put the piston into the detents and click your cable back on. Now that our piston has been freed up, installed back on the glove box, the next thing to do is we're going to transfer over the actual lever here, the locking lever from the original door to the replacement door. Pretty simple. All it's got is there's one Torx screw. Sorry, it's a little blinding. There's one Torx screw right there that holds that whole lever assembly in, and move it over to the new glove box door. The screw that holds the lever in is a T15 Torx. So just put it in here. Loosen the screw like so. There is the Torx screw right there. Once you have the T15 removed, just lift the latch up, move it around a little bit, and it'll come free. I'm gonna line it up, push down, and then take your T15 screw and put it back in the side. Let's take the new door and line it up here on the glove box assembly, like so. So the way I'm going to do this is I'm going to take the actual pin for the piston and just click it into the first side, like that. Pull it all the way back, line it up with the glove box, and push it through, like so. Now that we have our piston connected back to the door, let's take our glove box pins and put them back in the hinges. You might have to jiggle the door around a little bit to get it to line up. That one's lined up there. This one is a little bit tighter. We're going to take our hammer and tap them in very gently. Make sure you don't hit them in too far. That way you still have the detents if you ever have to take it back apart. Check the side on this one to make sure you're lined up. There we go. Let's get our glove box back in the car. We're going to connect our electrical connector for the footwell lighting. So I like to set my ratchet up with a bolt already ready to go. Leave it down here like this. Now let's get our glove box lined up and back in the car. Okay. It's a little bit easier with the door open to get the wrench. Like so. Obviously don't tighten it all the way. One. Those two are in. And now, put in the rest of your bolts. Put your side panel cover on. And just like that, the glove box is back to working. Thanks for watching my first YouTube video. I hope this helps somebody fix their glove box issue on their B7 Audi A4. If you have any questions, leave them down in the comment section below. Like, subscribe, and there's more content to come. Thanks for watching.